Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Inside the Music. I'm Andy Tullis. Today's topic, well, this might be a little long-winded, and I apologize for that up front here. But I feel with this topic, it's way personal, and it's one that I've been wanting to share for a while. But every time I go to do this video, I ended up not doing it because, I don't know, I just maybe get a little afraid of talking about it or whatnot. You know, it's not easy to share things that are personal a lot of times. So that's probably the big reason why. But with all that said, something happened earlier this week, which I thought was a great lead into this topic. And the topic is right there. Back in March of 2021, I was involved in that head-on collision. I was in ICU for 2 weeks and then remained in the hospital almost a month before I was able to come home. And one of the things why it took me so long to get out of the hospital wasn't because they wanted me to go home. I didn't want to go home. I thought for me, the hospital was the best place for me to be, not to burden my wife and my family having to take care of me, because there was a lot to take care of me after that wreck. I had a lot of surgeries, a lot of procedures. As a matter of fact, over 20 procedures were completed, including operations, which I think I had close to 7 or 8 operations. So this is why it's kind of tough to talk about. I am here, and I'm blessed for that. I'm blessed for the wonderful care that I received from my wife, who was my number one nurse. And there's no way in hell I would have got through all this without them, and her especially. And to this day, she still is my angel. Anyways, trying to think here how I can move on to the actual reason that led me to this video was because in that accident, I received a really bad concussion, which damaged my short-term memory. And yes, I've been confirmed 100% that I do have brain damage. And no, it's not going to get any better. It is what it is. I just have to learn to cope with it, along with everybody else. So there are times when I'm talking to people where a word will come in my head and then it will just disappear and I can't remember it for whatever reason. It's, and then it will reappear and then I can, talk about it. And that goes into my music. So now when I learn a song or when I write a song, it takes me a long time to get things remembered. And the reason is because the first area when you're doing music or anything memory-wise, it goes straight to the short term first. Well, I have trouble in that area retaining short-term memory. So it takes me longer than normal to learn something. Even when I'm writing my own music, it takes me anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks for it to get in the long-term memory to where it no longer is an issue with me remembering how to play something. So now this leads me, I should say, into where we are doing a Fleetwood Mac song, Gypsy. And I was having issues with this song. One, because it's a very well-written, performed by Lindsey Buckingham. And it took me a while to get just the rhythm parts and the melody lines that he uses down to where I could record it and then pass it on to Sergio. The big area where I was having the most difficulty was with the guitar solo. And there was a part in the solo where he goes from one note to a double pick note, back to another single note, back to double pick note, back to another single note, and that repeats itself over, I think, maybe 2 bars. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't wrap my right hand just would not want to do what was necessary. So I reached out to my good friend, Robbie Miller, and asked him if he would be able to have the time and the, to learn that solo and then send it over. And he took it upon himself to say yes. And yesterday I received it back. It took him 3 days. I'd been working on it for almost 3 weeks. And he did an outstanding job. As a matter of fact, when I sent it over to Sergio, all he had to do was insert it into the song and put a little bit of compression on it, and voila, we almost have a completed song for our EP coming out, which is all Fleetwood Mac. So, Robbie, thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. You have no idea how much I appreciate you doing that. And honestly, and here's one of my moments where I'm not remembering what I want to say. So anyways, I just really, really, really do appreciate that. And everyone out there, go look up Robbie stuff. You can find him on Spotify, Robbie Miller. You can look him up on YouTube as well. He also does production. He also does mixing and mastering. So I'm giving him a huge shout out for doing this for me. And we really appreciate it. Sergio was over the moon with your work. And yes, I can't say thank you enough. This was a tough topic to bring up, to talk about. And I think maybe other people out there in music land also go through difficulties when it comes to health and other things. So I want you all to know that if you're going through something difficult and you need an ear to vent to whatever, please hit me up. You can find me on Inside the Music with Andy Tullis over on YouTube. You can hit me up over there. You can hit me up at my email, which is ohstudio.usa@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook. I'm all over the place, in case you haven't noticed that. But I do want you to know that I'm here if you need any help venting on anything. I might not have the right answers, but I do have a good ear to listen to. And, I think it's important that we have some place to go with a trusted ear. And, so I am offering that for anybody that would need that type of thing. And, well, again, I do apologize for this being a little long-winded, but some songs are written in 3 minutes. Some are written in 4, and some are like Bohemian Rhapsody, which take about 11. So this is a Bohemian Rhapsody video lengthwise. So anyways, with that said, y'all take care and have a blessed day, and stay inside the music. Take care.